Thanks to Liquorland for sponsoring this episode of Willow Talk. Score more this summer with Liquorland, and of course, choose to drink wise. Well, we're all Australian, but on this day 3, thanks to Liquorland, Willow Talk from Adelaide Oval, we feel a little bit South Australian. How can you not, after what we have just witnessed, and Travis Head doing his thing, the Century partnership with Alex Carey, that was a good day to be a spectator and watch those two do that, correct?
Yeah.
Alyssa, Healy and Brad Haddin?
Yeah. I've never really enjoyed Adelaide a lot, but today I did. And I feel like as proud as punch as any of the South Australians, I reckon. That was really cool to witness that. Travis Head obviously doing what he does best at Adelaide Oval, 4 centuries on the trot at Adelaide Oval, that's amazing. And then Alex Carey coming out to form a partnership to just completely demoralise England at the back end of day 3, I think was awesome.
Well, I didn't think we could get a bigger rise in the crowd after John Williamson sung on day 1.
Yep.
But when Alex Carey and Travis Head walked off, the crowd went to their feet. The Barmy Army came to their feet. Mate, I was doing the post-game show with Callum Ferguson, and he was emotional. He started his cricket career with them, but it's not going to be the loudest cheer, and it's not going to be the loudest song.
Yes.
We're very, very close to whitewashing this Ashes. The song in that change room, I hope it's tomorrow night, but if it's day 5, I can handle it. Yeah.
Well, actually, to be honest, when Alex Carey came out to bat, most of the people were still out at the Village Green. They hadn't come back in yet because I think there was more booing than clapping. But I think by the end of that day's play, there was a lot more clapping than booing.
At what point did you notice the soul depart the bodies of the English out there?
I think I noticed when Scotty Boland got 3 for none.
Okay, in Perth. Okay. What about today?
Today, when Travis Head Q-ended a pull shot for 6 over fine leg, I saw Ben Stokes hunched on the ground, shoulders down.
Yeah.
Basically looked like he was doing a hammy stretch, but he wasn't. That was the moment.
I heard that in commentary with Fox. It was like, oh, that looked like it came off the toe, and then you took that super slow-mo at square leg, and it was like, no, that literally came off the bottom of the bat.
It did. Well,
and it still went for 6.
Quite literally, I think the whole of England thought that was going down Zach Crawley's throat. Zach Crawley also thought it was going down his throat. He was scrambling at fine leg, went for 6.
Yeah.
And everything just went, poof, all the air came out of England.
And the reason that was exactly what they wanted to happen. They put Zach Crawley there, he's the best fielder, and Travis Head at this oval, he just knows just to do enough.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll dive into it a bit more. Of course, we're here thanks to Liquorland. Score more this summer with Liquorland. Choose to drink wise. When Head and Carey got going, that was one thing. But at any point was it, England have a chance? 4 for 149, you're thinking, a couple more here, and it's very much game on.
Well, they had a chance. The game was in a really interesting position when those two came together. It could have gone, if they got their wicket out early there, all of a sudden it's a 350 game. And what this England team have done well, if they're in front of a game, they've driven it, and they've driven it hard. And that when they're behind a game, they've found a way to get back into it. It's just been when they're put under pressure in the middle. But Travis Head and Alex Carey took that totally away from them today with that partnership.
You know what I thought today was a great opportunity for England? Was when Ben Stokes left the field. It was a chance for somebody else to step up. We've spoken a lot about Ben Stokes shouldering a lot of this Ashes series. You can see it. It's physically breaking him at the moment. He's not bowling. We're assuming he's injured something, whether it be his groin, he's knackered. Jofra Archer stood up this test match. Ben Stokes went off the field after he smacked his head on the turf. Was distraught going off the field, like absolutely knackered. What a chance for someone else in that team to step up. Guess what happened? Not a lot. Harry Brook took over the captaincy, was umming and ahhing about whether they should bring the field in with Head on 99. What do I do? Was scrambling. Joe Root had the ball in his hand, was trying to help other bowlers around the park. Nobody put their hand up and said, I got this for you, Ben. And we've spoken about it time and time again, and I'm going to keep harping on about it, but that was their moment, and that Travis Head got dropped on 99 following that moment and then went on with it.
Yeah, Harry Brook took 2 really sharp catches earlier and then dropped that one. But before we dive into England a bit more, we'll pause it there with Head on 99. And it was a 20-minute period there. It was engrossing. You were both commentating. I happened to go out into the crowd and just soak it up because everyone the Village Green for the first time this week, which is the little fun fair out the back for the adults, that emptied. Everywhere else emptied. Every single vantage point was taken. They were like 20 deep at the back of the stands where you can stand and watch and have a beer. And then for that theatre to play out, Hads, and you could feel the tension from Travis Head. He was trying to get just that nudge. They brought the field in. They created some pressure.
They built pressure.
What do you know? They built some pressure, and it nearly paid off.
Well, it's twofold with that. It's the pressure of, yes, the bowl in the field came in, but it's also the pressure that Travis Head put on himself.
Yeah.
He'd earned the right to get 100, and it's his 4th 100 in a row. The crowd wanted that moment. That was a big moment, not only for Travis Head, but everyone in the ground. And he felt that a little bit. And once he got his ball, he whacked it over the top, and all of a sudden, things got back to normal, and Travis Head looked in total control. But I can't say enough about him. The way he went about it today, he looked like he wasn't really hitting the ball that well. He just worked it around. England allowed him to do it a lot. They can't stop or build any pressure with the fields they have. There are too many people out. Your good balls go for one, so they can't build pressure. But he just looked determined today that he was always going to get 100.
Did you see that as well? The lack of pressure built not only on Travis but Alex Carey?
Yeah, I could see why they were doing it early. I think they had a 90-odd, 87 run in deficit they had to sort of think about. So they put the deep point back early because they were worried about Travis Head getting away. If Travis Head gets boundaries early, he just keeps going. They kept him quite quiet simply by giving him a single down there. But that's almost the worst thing to do because you're giving him a single down there. All his scoring shots in that first part of his innings were all through third man, backward point. He got a couple through the leg side, but it was all in one scoring zone. And they were letting him have it. So it's twofold because you got to try and protect your team from chasing or to be able to chase down a total at the end. But at the end of the day, they let a really good batter get set.
I was astonished, and you could talk me through how this might happen, but completely astonished. Not only Jofra Archer obviously not feeling well at the start of the bowling innings for England because his speeds were 135, but he bowled a couple before lunch, a couple just after, and they didn't bowl for nearly 3 hours. What on earth has gone on there, Hads? Because 2014, Mitch Johnson was like fed raw meat the whole time. There was no down spells for him, and we've seen this a couple of times now. Yeah, well, the one moment I think they missed there is when Alex Carey came to the wicket. That's when Archer needed to grab the ball, and 5 overs could have changed the test match there. Like, give me the ball, get your handbrake off and go after the game. I think Archer's been great this test match. Yep. I think he's done a wonderful job. He was consistent with the ball, he tried hard, he was outstanding with the bat, but someone needed to give him the ball when Carey came in. Get 3 wickets there or get 8 down, all of a sudden the test match changes. But they waited till Alex got in, Travis was going, and the moment was missed. That's what they're missing. They're missing those moments. Yep. That felt like a moment, a chance, a possibility. You've got a guy that can bowl 150 k's an hour almost.
Well, you want your first hard, real crack at Alex Carey. He's coming off 100. He's in form. He's basically, at the moment, in the running for player of the series. You want a fresh crack at him because you know if you get through him, you got Inglis, and then you got the bowlers. And they don't want to be out there. They've just bowled. They were in the heat all day yesterday. They don't want to be there. So you're right, that was a real moment where I think the Aussies have been really good at sniffing blood, and England have just sort of let it slide a little bit. Shane Warne produced a miracle here 20 years ago. It's not happening here for England. Probably not with their attack.
The one thing, the one thing, if you look at where the series has gone, England, it's not about skill, it's more about mentally where they're at. And we've seen that in the first innings here. They went in their shells. But with the total they're about to chase, it actually might be 600, might be gone anyway. But they've got nothing to lose now. Now they can drive on the up, do whatever they want to do because they need something, a miracle to happen. I don't think it will now. Yeah, but funnily enough, Australia obviously are in command of the game, but they're going to dictate if they don't get bowled out when they're going to declare and how long they think they're going to need to bowl England out. England don't play for draws. What happens? The Ashes is on the line. What happens if a draw is on the cards? Once again, we're signalling the end of baseball, aren't we? To save an Ashes series, you might have to put your ego aside and play a forward defence. Is that going to happen? Yeah. It was important for Australia to not bowl today. Had you noticed, Pat Cummins wasn't exactly freewheel and Pat this morning. It's fair to say. The one thing with this fast bowling group, they'll aim up time and time again. But if you give them a day and a half off, 9 times out of 10 they'll win you the game.
Yep.
And the other time it rains.
Yeah.
So just give them a day and a half off and they'll win you the test match. But where you get into trouble is if the batters don't give them that time off. And this test match we have, you got Nathan Lyon back in, and he'll do majority of bowling from one end. The quicks will roll from the other, but giving them a time off, they'll win your test match.
Just last one on England, and it feels like a pile-on, and it probably deserves to be a pile-on if you lose an Ashes series, or you go down 3-0 and you've got 2 to come and not a lot of confidence in the bag. You know, winners have reunions and losers have reviews, and part of the review, will it be how do they tactically get better? Because you've both mentioned it without prompting today about some of the field placings and some of, like, Ben Stokes goes off and what now, how to be proactive, how to change things. Not force things, but how to change things. I mean, is it there beneath the surface for England?
Well, I don't think Ben Stokes is a tactically good captain. He's a captain that you want to follow on effort. He puts a lot into his batting. He puts a high price on his wicket. He wants the ball when situations are tough. But tactically, he's not great, and that's okay. You can get better over time. But Steve Smith in the first 2 Test matches, he was technically way above where Stokes was at. Stokes is a great man to follow. He's a great leader, and he's got great qualities in leadership. But tactically on the ground, he's not great.
He's proactive. That's what I'd say, and he's probably a bit forceful in his tactical side of his leadership. In that he tries lots of stuff. Yep. Whereas I think in comparison to someone like Steve Smith, someone like Pat Cummins, they're willing to be patient with the plans they've got and know that it'll work in time if we remain patient. But they've also got the cattle to be able to do that. Whereas Ben Stokes' bowling lineup at the moment, you can't afford to be patient with what they're delivering because they're not. They're not willing to be patient either. Jofra Archer was probably the most patient today. That's the most patient I've seen him. He was hitting the right areas for a long period of time, but couldn't quite get the breakthrough. So I don't know. It's a hard one. The game hasn't always allowed, I think, Ben Stokes to be tactically a genius when you're behind the game a lot. But I guess that they will look at that.
Or are they confused?
Yeah.
The other thing is that they came to our shores with one of the most skillful England teams we've heard about for a long time. Are the bowling group confused?
They were over-prepared though, Hads. Over-prepared. They were ready.
That's it.
Over-prepared.
Maybe that's it.
Over-prepared means to me that we have every situation that we think might happen down pat. We know what we're going to do. We know what strings we're going to pull. That's what over-prepared screams to me. That doesn't look like it.
No. Quick drinks break here. Thanks to Liquorland from Adelaide Oval. Back in a moment. A little throw forward for day 4 and some secret cricket club questions, and I'll explain this T-shirt. Back here at Adelaide Oval. So Ben Stokes didn't look 100%. Don't know. Like, we're standing here while they're doing press conferences. He might not bowl again this series. He might not play again this series. He wasn't moving freely in the field. Okay, copped a head knock, but something's wrong with the knee or maybe the cramp follow on from yesterday. Didn't look great. Did you get to the bottom of it on Fox with all the technology you got up there?
We did not. We may have narrowed it down to a potential groin that he was grabbing at the Gabba.
Right.
It did whack his head pretty decently on that beautiful wicket that looks like they're preparing for the BBL game starting here on Tuesday. But yeah, I'm not sure. He was struggling with cramp in and around that groin, whether it is cramp, whether or not he's actually done something in there and battling with that. But he just looks sore. He looks tired. He looks exhausted. And only 2 3/4 of Test matches through a 5-game series. That's worrying.
Yes, very worrying.
Played 8 days of cricket.
Yeah. And he's been out there for 7 1/4 of them.
For this for 3 years.
I read Noosa longer. Quick one, Mount Maunganui. Last time I checked...
What a place, again.
West
Shout
Indies.
out to Mount Maunganui, the social club at Mount Maunganui. They know Alyssa Healy. What a place.
Geez, you're paying this forward, aren't you? So you can go back there a few
The
times.
Mount-
bit
the
of
Mount-
golf, bit of cricket watching.
The Mount is honestly one of the nicest places in New Zealand. There's some absolute hidden gems there, but that is a local favourite and it's beautiful.
Well, it's a road at the moment. The Windies are none for 110. Brad, you reckon they're going to aim for another noble draw after they batted forever in the previous Test match? Incredible. So that's what's happening over there. What's happening here with this T-shirt is the fact that it is whack MS for 6. Gemma Barsby has been at the cricket. You've played against Gemma a few times in WBBL and the like. Heels. She's battling MS, dealing with it really well at the moment, really positive and looking to help others. So the link to help out is in the episode notes and on the YouTube video as well. WAC MS for 6 is the kind of organisation that she's getting donations to help in look into research for this horrible, insidious health situation that some people are affected with. Legend
too. Like, what she's doing for that is incredible, and has been really open about her battles as well, which I've found really refreshing, and her willingness to want to see change is awesome. But JB is like one of those kids that I played against a lot. Obviously a Queenslander, Barsby, rings a few bells around here, but just that one of those girls that you'd pick first in your side. Absolute competitor. Every time you throw the ball, she'd get a wicket. If you need to make tricky runs, she'd go out and do that. So I love to see her fight, and she's maintaining that fight in life as well, which is amazing.
Absolutely, and had a good day, I think, out on Village Green with some family members too. Secret Cricket Club, here we go. Hads first up. Edward asks, can you explain the hometown advantage? Why does Head look so good at Adelaide Oval? Knows the conditions?
He knows the conditions perfectly. He's played his whole cricket career here, and it's a big advantage. A lot of state cricketers now don't get the opportunity to play. Like, you look at the New South Wales players, their home advantage now is playing at the centre of excellence. They play a lot of their Shield cricket here. Travis Head started here. He knows every blade of grass. He's comfortable. That's why.
It was a good innings, but I still put, oddly enough, ingrained in my brain is Travis Head scoring a double century in a Marsh Cup game at Carron-Rolton Road.
Yeah.
And he, I think, smashed about 8 windscreens that day by just flying at ones outside.
He's getting a double 100 here tomorrow.
You're getting a double 100?
No doubt in the world.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I never thought I'd see a better one than that New Year's knock he made 100 here in the Big Bash, but he just continues to top it every year that he gets an opportunity.
I was standing right behind you. The game was won.
It was good fun.
Hang on, let me just reenact how Hads was.
You know how I was, actually? You know what I did?
I reckon we can find footage of that. That's not even hard.
Like this. I was in awe. Hey, we had the game won easy. Then Travis had ruined it.
Well, we were laughing about his QN for 6 down there, but I've seen him hit one into the top tier, and that came off the middle of his bat. So look out.
More of that tomorrow morning, you dare say. First session, he'll just
200.
Unload.
Get himself in, and then I reckon they'll give themselves the best opportunity to get to 500 before we have a bowl.
500, have a bowl, maybe halfway through the second session.
Who cares? They got
a bit earlier than that, I reckon.
Do what you want. Choose your own adventure. One of those old books. Chris asks, who is under pressure in the Aussie side, in your opinion? So everyone's loaded up on Cam Green today.
Oh no, they have.
The social in the Secret Cricket Club on social media. Yep. I say, what's he doing in the side?
But guys, like, have a think about it. For the first time, not the first time, I shouldn't say that, but we're 2-0 up. Yeah. We're 2-0 up. This is the time where we shouldn't be talking about our 11. We're going well. Cam Green has provided with us every time he's got ball in hand. Yes, he's batting 5, and we're expecting a lot of our number 5 to make big runs for us because it's filling in the shoes of Travis Head, who's now slid up the order. But he's playing his role as an all-rounder. I think maybe we potentially could look about... The only thing you look about is shuffling him around the order a little bit if that's what we're genuinely concerned about. But give him a crack. Give him an opportunity to get himself in this series.
Well, the other thing, Heels, is we've actually shuffled him around a lot. Like he started at 6, he's gone to 3, then he's gone to 4 now. We just need to give him 10 test matches in the right spot.
Yep.
And if they decide that's number 5 or number 6, well, it's hard to get Alex Carey away, but whatever they decide, leave him there.
Yeah. Good shout.
He's come back from stress fractures. We've got the luxury at the moment to nurse his bowling load through. It's the second time he's had stress fractures. He maybe had it more, but mate, that's a scary injury to come back from. He'll gradually start to get stronger now because his body's getting more mature, but just hold your horses.
Give him time.
Give him time. It was a pretty good ball that got rid of Harry Brook 24 hours ago as well.
Well, and that's been the priority leading in is Cam Green going to bowl? Quite literally, that was 3 weeks ago we were talking about his value in the side from a bowling perspective. He's proved that, and I'll give him time to prove it as a bat as well.
Dave asks, are there any players out of the Aussie squad who could get a run in the next 2? I've got a thought bubble on this. So Boland plays Melbourne. Like that, they'll call off the test if they don't pitch.
They'd be uproar.
Yeah,
they'd be rioting.
There's refunds for everyone, 100,000 on the first day. No, the test is off, guys. Yep. Boland's not in the 11. Go home. Joe Richardson maybe comes in for one of the quicks. Not Mitchell, if he's fit. He wants to play SCG, or maybe a Brendan Doggett again.
Well, it'll be interesting when we win this test match what you do with Paddy.
Yeah, I was
Like,
thinking the same thing.
If you win this Test match, does Paddy play the next two? He's come back from serious back injury. Just let him go, because the amount of Test matches we've got coming up in the next 18 months or 2 years, I think we've got 20 tests. So if the Ashes is already done here, do you leave Paddy out and let him recover and get strong again?
Bangladesh in winter is our next go, or at the end of winter up north.
Yeah, but he's got the T20 World Cup as well.
Yep.
There's a lot of cricket upcoming for him, so that's probably the only change I'd say. There's no way you're peeling one of those senior fast bowlers out of there if they're fit. There is no way you're telling Scott Boland, just have a spell at the SCG, mate, while there's an opportunity to potentially go 5-0. There's no way.
No, exactly. There would have to be significant physical ailment.
Yep.
I'm thinking for Mitchell, maybe like a broken leg, to not have to play.
They've done it before to him.
Oh, no,
I
I
wouldn't
won't
do
do
it
it again. I don't think they'll do it again.
I would do it again.
I don't think they'll do it again.
Mate,
It was good fun Christmas Day, though. It was fun for a change.
Okay, you can bring it up then.
No, just kidding.
Okay, Sam asks, is Travis Head the best ever South Australian-born cricketer across all formats?
Yep.
Well, Alex Carey's pushing for that at the moment as well.
You keep a bias.
All formats. I think Trav's got him covered just.
Yeah.
Well, not just, by a bit.
A lot of it.
Travis is,
Travis had a great... Those two are going to fight it out for leading run scorer over the year. I think the Boxing Day test is going to be a fascinating watch.
Absolutely. A lot of love for Heels and Hads in the commentary box, and Matt's got one. How good was Healy and Skull on the big break today?
Oh, I know that clip's gone viral, but thank God it was Kerry O'Keefe's bit that went viral, because that was very funny. I enjoy my stints on the big break because it's a nice, relaxed view of the world.
Healy,
inappropriate at times.
Come to know you a bit. Were you thinking things that you were considering of saying, and then you held on to them, and you're thankful that you did?
Yep, I did. I genuinely did, because I also thought about I would like to have a career after cricket. I would like to do this. My parents were watching. There was a lot. There was a lot being held back there. But then when you hear Kerry O'Keefe next to you, just letting rip, you're like, oh, well.
He drags you in.
Yeah.
You forget the camera on. I remember commentating with Kerry one time. And we're on a panel, and you know when you're on the panel, you know you're not on screen. They're fixed on Kerry. We're calling a Pakistan-Australian Test match, and he's gone off on a tangent, and he started to compare the Test match to the Kardashian sisters. And I was at the end. The producer was looking at me, and one's looking at Brendan Julian. He couldn't see, and Brendan looked at me. Do I have comment? And I was like, and BJ's just going, "Oh, we'll just throw to a break."
Yeah.
And we've looked at Carey and he goes, "Don't you have a response?" And I said, "Mate, I had nothing." Nothing.
Yeah. He's like one of those lights you put out the front of your house to attract all the mosquitoes to zap them.
Yep.
You get zapped.
Yep.
Bless you.
Live television. The wonders of live television.
That will not get cut out. But unfortunately, timing is everything. That is all we have time for.
Could have held that
One
in.
more thing.
Yes.
Heels, you've seen this as well today. The Barmy Army. Firstly, congratulations over the last 3 days. They've been outstanding on the hill. Local businesses in Hindley Street are absolutely loving them.
Flying.
They've given energy, they've given humour. But the one thing they did do is they brought their own garbage bags and cleaned up the entire hill. Hats off to the Barmy Army.
They took feedback. It was a little bit filthy after day one. They took that on board and made a proper job of it on day two. So, God love them. There's 40,000 of them coming around this Ashes series, and I think they're having a great time regardless of result. Mm-hmm. And second Hads here, we might be in agreement for the first time that they've been awesome.
I third it. Yeah, they were still going 20 minutes after stumps today. I don't know what they were
20
cheering
minutes
about.
after stumps?
Yeah, they were still
I went for a run at 5:30, they were still going.
No, there's a group on the hill in front of the scoreboard, but they'll be up there later on. It'll be a quiet night.
Yeah, and judging by the vomit stains every morning walking across the bridge here, they're having a good time.
See, they're the things that you think to yourself and then say. Yeah. And that's what you want to do on the big break.
That's why we're on the podcast.
Parents are watching.
Yeah.
Parents are watching. Score more this summer with Liquorland. Thanks to Liquorland. Choose to drink wise. We are here in Adelaide looking forward to day 4. Could be the day that the Ashes are won. Brad Haddin, Alyssa Healy, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for watching the Willow Talk podcast on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't have to miss an episode wherever you are. And while you're at it, check out these videos up here. They're mostly good.